Hey Wanderers, welcome back to another Foolish Wanderers podcast, the podcast about anything and everything. So we realized that we haven't introduced ourselves for quite some time, and it is
Probably 60 episodes.
most likely.
Probably 60.
Yeah, this is episode 133, so yeah. So anyways, I am Katrina, and my lovely co-host
Is Kendra.
is Kendra. Yes. Okay,
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, we can realize it's probably a little bit hard to understand who we are talking about, like if you're new, since we just talk back and forth and maybe say each other's names every once in a while. But yeah, but welcome if you are new, and welcome to our Thanksgiving chill podcast. We thought it would be kind of fun just to have like a pretty laid back episode, just talking about the history of the Macy's Thanksgiving parade. For me, at least for my family, we usually have it on like in the background if we're making breakfast or whatever on Thanksgiving. It's pretty traditional in the US, I think, to watch it as a family, but I don't know. What about you, Kendra? Do you watch it?
I used to when I was little,
Okay.
growing up. That was the thing, was to get up and then watch it.
Yeah.
And then now, I don't know the last time I watched it. I don't remember.
Okay. Yeah, I know they so they have it like on super early, and then I usually miss that run.
Yes.
I think around 10 or 11 our time they replay it, so that's when I usually watch it.
Okay,
But
what stream do you like? What channel do you watch?
I watch like the is it NBC? I think that's what I watch.
I think that's what I used to watch, and
Okay.
then I got sick. Okay, this is just my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sick of all of the musical Broadway songs clips that
Oh,
they
really?
have. I'm sick of it.
Okay.
I don't give a rip about so-and-so singing, lip-syncing their little ditty from, like, I don't know, like, whatever, Music Man or whatever the hell it is. I don't want to see, I want to see the parade, I want to see the floats.
Mm-hmm.
There's just too many Broadway musical things, clips, whatever they are, for me.
Sure. Yeah, I think for me, like, the best part is seeing like the creative floats and like what they do every year. But then I kind of like the Broadway stuff for like a little bit, but not like I like it more like
many.
there's so many. I like when they're dancing and it's like an actual show. Like I like that part because it gets you kind of interested in it, and it's very New York because like that's Broadway, that's like where they are. But there's a lot.
There's so many.
Yeah.
There's gotta be a line.
There is so last year I think it was one of my sister's friends from college actually played in one of the marching bands in the Macy's
That's nice. See, that's
cool.
nice. You should.
Yeah.
I want to see that. Let's see some high schoolers and middle schoolers that get their, the chance to, travel
This was a
there.
college band,
Oh, it's a
but
college. Okay, it's a college band.
college band.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Let's see Let's see them, get their, opportunity to show off and, be in a very, lucrative thing. I don't want, but my thing is like I don't want to be bombarded into watch snippets from Broadway musicals.
Yeah, no, that's fair. It's definitely an acquired taste. Like, if you don't like musicals, you're not going to like most of the parade, which is unfortunate.
There was like a SpongeBob one, man. There was like a SpongeBob, and there was like a Beetlejuice, and like Mean Girls, like clippets from Broadway musicals. I don't know. And I've heard that the Mean Girls one is good, and I've heard the Beetlejuice one is good as well. But like,
yeah, I really like the Beetlejuice one. I like the music from it. I've never actually seen the full show,
okay.
but I like the music from it. I think it's cool. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this year they have Wicked or something like to do with Wicked, because that just came out this week, and it's big. But yeah, we'll see.
Are you gonna go see Wicked?
I am on the fence. I want to, because I've wanted to go see like the actual Broadway musical like for a long time, since like middle school. I wanted to go see it. And like I've only listened to the music. I've never actually like watched it all the way through, just because like I wanted to experience it as like a play, not like as like a pirated thing, I guess. Which I know like a lot of people do, which is fine.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Allegedly,
They're not
yeah.
getting us,
No,
allegedly.
not allegedly. Um, but yeah, so it'd be nice to actually see the full story because I haven't read the book and I haven't like seen the show. It's like I want to know the full story, but there's some actors in it that I just ah, they bug me.
Ariana Grande.
They bug me, and I'm sorry, you can like her all you want,
Ariana.
but she's done a lot of like really shady stuff, and just like a lot of like stuff that I really don't agree with. But yeah, I don't know if we should keep that in the podcast or not.
Oh,
That's
I
just
mean,
my
if
hot
you
take.
it's your opinion, you gotta keep
It's
it.
my opinion.
This
Yeah.
is here's my take on
Mm.
Ariana Grande, okay?
Mhm.
I enjoy watching how quickly she can evolve
Yeah, that's fair.
into other voices,
Mhm.
other races. I enjoy seeing how quickly she can just put on another, like, adopt and like steal another like culture and be like, I am this now.
Oh,
I just, it's fun. It's very fascinating to me.
it's interesting. She is
All I'm gonna
extremely
say. I
she's
got
extremely good.
receipts. I got receipts to back it up. I got receipts.
I think you sent me some of these receipts.
I have many receipts on this. She's fascinating.
Yeah. I do think that she is a talented singer and she does crazy good impressions of stuff.
Oh
She's really good at
yes.
impressions, but it's just like I don't know. I used to be a fan of her like during the Victorious days. I liked her character a lot, and then after that it just slowly went downhill for me. That's I don't know. Just lost like my appreciation for her, I guess, a little bit. I don't know. But that's my hot take. I think I will go see it like once like the huge like fan base has seen it because
Okay.
so yeah, my dad and I went to go see Red One today. It was really good. It's the Christmas movie with like
Was
Dwayne the Rock.
it?
It was really good. I liked it a lot. My dad loved it. He's like, I go see it again, which is kind of rare for him. So it was really good. I really enjoyed it with Chris Evans and Dwayne the Rock Johnson. It was really good.
I'm so shocked.
I know. I was kind of like, this could be really good, or like all the good parts were in the trailers. But it was really good. I'd go see it again too.
I
So
have to say, I thought it was like when I saw the trailer on TV playing during whatever I was watching,
yeah,
I thought it was a commercial for like Capital One or something. I
I
thought
mean,
it was a Capital One
like
commercial.
like a Christmas themed Capital One commercial.
Yes. So
Yeah.
what is it actually about?
Basically, it's about like so Dwayne the Rock Johnson is he plays basically Santa's bodyguard, and then Santa gets kidnapped, and basically he has to get the help from Chris Evans, who is a level 4 naughty lister, who is like he's like a dark web kind of like find whatever you need me to find kind of guy.
Okay.
So they need his help to go like find and save Santa Claus and to save Christmas. Uh,
Okay.
but yeah, no, it was really good. There's a lot of twists, and they had the headless horseman in it, which was interesting for like a quick snippet. And it was like, oh,
All
that's
right.
interesting. But it worked, and it was good. And it had Krampus in it, so I think you'd like Krampus.
Okay.
So yeah, he's not. I'm gonna say he wasn't as scary in this movie as like I've seen costumes of him. Like when we talked about like the Krampus Nacht on this, I think it was last year or 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
There's some very elaborate, very scary interpretations of him. This one wasn't that scary, but yeah, that was
Yeah,
good.
because isn't there like the Krampus? Was it in Germany? Where was it? Where they do the Krampus parade?
Yeah, like the Krampus run or something.
Yeah, like that.
I think
Yeah.
it's in Germany. Yeah,
Okay,
somewhere
that
over there.
was scary. Those were scary costumes. I'd be
They're
terrified.
scary. Yeah, yeah. And my dad, I guess, hadn't really heard of Krampus before, so I was like kind of filling him in a little more.
Oh, okay.
So it was interesting. He's like, who is this? And it's like, oh yeah, Krampus. He's Santa's evil counterpart who
Mhm.
steals children that were naughty. Yeah.
Okay, so
That's good.
what was it called? Red One. That was good. That was Katrina's stamp of approval.
It's good. If you want to
That was
go
good.
see a fun Christmas movie, not necessarily for like little kids, but like for like middle school and up, I'd say it's a good movie. I'd go
It was
see it
good.
again.
Okay.
It's good.
I haven't seen. What did I watch? Mr. Kendra and I watched Van Helsing.
How was it?
Well, I love Van Helsing because it is, if you know the Bram Stoker Dracula book,
Mhm.
there is a character that's a vampire hunter, but he's an old man, and his name is Van Helsing.
Oh, okay.
And this movie is from 2004, Van Helsing, and it's basically, what if Van Helsing was hot?
Okay.
And so it's Hugh Jackman, with
Okay.
long, luscious, curly hair, and he's Van Helsing, and he's like like he hunts down monsters and kills them. So he hunts down like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, like that monster, gargoyles, wizards, and then now Dracula and werewolves and stuff.
Hmm.
And he works for the Pope.
Oh, I mean,
So I love this movie because it is so bad, but that it is good.
okay. I have to
And
watch it.
then
That sounds interesting.
yeah, so it's prime Hugh Jackman, and then it is Kate Beckinsale. She's in it.
Okay.
She has ridiculous, like they just put the makeup on her. She's already
Oh.
beautiful and like she's already very beautiful, but they were
Mhm.
just like, nope, boom, you look like a Bratz doll now.
Oh.
And then they put her like in tight corsets and stuff, and she's
Mm.
supposed to be from Transylvania. She has the worst Transylvanian accent I have ever heard.
No.
It is
Oh,
hilarious.
no. Okay.
Yep. And then they have Frankenstein's monster is in it as well.
Okay.
Spoilers, spoilers. And I don't know who the actor is, but I have a feeling that he only did like theater productions, like on
Mm.
stage productions, because he really brings it.
Okay.
He's really going 110% all
Like
of
a
the
little too
time.
much.
Oh, way too much. It's
Okay.
funny. Way
Okay.
too much.
Yeah.
And then
That's
there's
typical for
it's a great movie. And then Dracula is kind of like a rock. Like his character's kind of like portrayed as like a rock star with like a ponytail, right? And
okay.
he's got 3 brides, and the brides are like always very hysterical and weird. I don't know how else to
Oh.
describe it. They're very flouncy.
Hmm.
And then they have spoilers, spoilers, spoilers. I don't really care. This movie's like 20 years old. If you
Yeah, at
haven't
this
seen
point,
it in
yeah.
20 years old, you know, I don't know. It's too late for
Go
you.
watch it.
Yeah, go watch it. Yeah, pause the podcast, go watch Van Helsing, and then come back.
Mm.
Any hoodles. Dracula wants to bring him and his bride's babies to life, and the babies are basically kind of like in this egg sack.
Ew.
It's very disgusting. Like these just these big, like hundreds and hundreds of egg sacs, like just sacks of these eggs that just are
They're a
like hanging
spider.
around like a spider. And
Oh.
inside are not like human babies, but kind of look like little gremlin babies with wings, and they can't communicate at all, and they just fly around. And when they do hatch, the wives who, are like look like regular women and then have
Mhm.
dresses on, like regular human dresses. They're like, "Oh my god, my baby." And the baby's just like naked, like like flying around. It's so weird.
Okay.
It's so weird.
Interesting. Okay.
Great movie.
I need to watch it, yeah.
10 out of 10. Such a fun watch.
For the
Now that
cringe.
yeah, it's so bad it's good. Love it. It's a hot Hugh Jackman vampire hunter that works for the Pope to kill monsters. It's hilarious.
Okay, I just looked up the poster and yeah, it looks like
It is awesome.
yeah, it looks like is it like cyberpunk kind of? Looked kind
More
of
like
not really.
steampunk, but not really,
Okay, yeah, that's more the
Yeah.
word, yeah. Yep.
He's got like Batman gadgets. None of the like logistically, none of it makes sense. So just like sweep it out of your head. Like none of it will be accurate at all. But it is
Okay.
just fun. It is just fun.
Oh goodness. Okay. I'm gonna watch it now.
And the CGI, so now like CGI from 20 years ago, 10 years, whatever it is,
Mhm.
looks like bad,
Mhm.
but it like is so bad it's good. Like it gives it a very like even weird, I don't even know how to describe it, like giving like a weirder, I don't know, like it adds something to the movie now. I don't know what it is, but
Okay. I think that makes it more of like a cult classic kind of a thing.
yeah, maybe that's it.
Okay. More
Yeah.
endearing. It's like
Yes.
I like it. It's
My
not
band
perfect,
how
but I
it's
love
not
it.
perfect, but
Yeah.
it looks, the CGI from Van Helsing 2004 looks a heck of a lot better than the CGI from Thor Love and Thunder.
Oh really?
Oh yeah.
Did you say you were gonna go see Gladiator too as well?
See, I want to, because as the listeners and I love ancient Rome.
Uh-huh.
Not for like what these weirdos from the TikTok trend think about like the military for Rome or something like
Yeah.
that. I don't give a crap.
Mhm.
I'm a lady. I like architecture and art
Mhm.
and the costumes.
Yes, yeah.
And that's what I want to see. So I do want to go see it. Mr. Kendra and I have made like very rough plans to go see it, but you know, who knows when we will see it. It is by Ridley Scott, and I have a sneaky suspicion that he cannot come up with anything original anymore. And that's okay. Okay? Like, everyone's gonna be like, Kendra, you're a hater. But like, that's alright. He's made his money, he's done his thing.
Mhm.
He left his mark on Hollywood. Like, why would he want to come up with anything original? Like, why would you?
If you keep making good
If you
stuff,
keep
yeah.
making money and do what, you know. So like, I have a sneaky suspicion that this movie is just going to be a crappy sequel, basically reboot, remake. Like, I have a sneaky suspicion that it's just going to be the same plot roughly,
Mhm.
plus and minus a few things. Same story.
That's kind of what I was thinking too.
Yeah, I saw the trailer and I just like, this is gonna be the same thing, isn't it? It's gonna be the guy's wife dies and the kid dies, and he gets sold into slavery, and then he's got to become a gladiator, and then he impresses his owner, and then his owner's like, we're gonna do some stuff and we're gonna mess crap up in ancient Rome. Don't you want your revenge? And then, you know, stuff, and it's just gonna be the same thing.
Yeah.
But will I go see it? Yeah, on $5
Potentially.
movie night on Tuesday. Yeah, I'm gonna go see
There
it.
you go. I'm gonna watch Dancing with the Stars final on Tuesday. I actually started watching that again this season because of Steven Nederazic, who I love. We've talked about him before. He is the gymnast, the pommel horse specialist.
Steven!
I love Steven so much. That's what I said, right? Steven Nederazic?
I know, but I was like, who in the hell is this YouTuber? And then you said Steven, and he's the gymnast, and I'm like, it's
Oh.
Steven with the glasses! Steven and the pommel horse!
Yeah, I love him.
Steven!
I love him so much. He's in the finals, and I love him. He and Alona Mar, who is the rugby player from the Olympics,
Is she
they're
in
both.
there?
Yeah, she's in the finals too.
Is it them against each other?
No, there's let's see, there's 5, I think. So there's Chandler, who's also really good. She's from Disney. She was in like the Zombies movies.
Huh?
She's like more of like a new generation, like Disney era. She's in there, and then there's okay, so there's a bachelor, I think his name's Joey, and then there's a guy from, I forget what football team. I think his name's Danny. And let me Google. I had to do Google.
His name is Danny.
Is
it Danny Amendola?
Yeah, there you go.
I remember him playing for the Patriots.
Okay. See, I pay attention to Steven and Alona mostly.
And I pay attention to my football players.
Yes. You should watch it.
No.
He's actually pretty good.
I won't. It's not. Who hosts it? I used to watch it
Now
way back in the day.
Yeah, now it's so Julianne Hough is one of the hosts.
No, she's nuts.
She's fine.
Dude, she's so crazy. No, I'm not watching that.
And then Alonso Romero.
She's crazy.
I haven't learned a lot about her recently, honestly.
Hey, I'm gonna send you something right now that will just be like, what is wrong with this woman?
Oh no.
Don't you want to know why? Don't you remember when she was in that Nicholas Sparks movie and she was in some other movies? She was in Dirty Dancing, and then she was in the Nicholas Sparks movie. You're like, oh wow, she's actually doing some movies, and she's the lead. And then all of a sudden, nothing happened, and now she's co-hosting Dancing with the Stars.
Well, her brother's a judge, Derek Huff. He's one of the judges. So
I'm gonna show you some stuff. I'm gonna send you some videos that I was like, what in the world? This woman is crazy. I'm gonna send you some shit.
Yeah, Danny Amendola, and then Joey and then Joey Grazade, that's his name. You like my little segue back into it. That's what I do. God. I do wholesome Dancing with the Stars. Cheered for Steven, because I adore him. I love Steven so much.
So you're watching that, okay.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be
I'm not
3 hours long.
that's a long. Okay, so if you took off the commercials, how long do you think it would be? Do you think you got an hour of commercials? Do you think you have 45 minutes of commercials?
I think 45 minutes probably.
That's a lot of
It's a
commercials.
lot of
And it's all
commercials.
just like ED commercials and
Yes. It's all medications.
it's all medications. It's like the Ozempic.
No! I hate that song
It's
now.
that. I know. Why
It
are why are
ruined
like
it.
why are classic rock bands doing this? Why are they letting like Ozempic and like gonorrhea medications like ruin your songs?
I mean, I guess, like, they gotta make money somehow. Be like, "Yeah, you wanna license out my song? Okay, cool."
Can you just go on the casino tour? Just go on the
I don't
casino
know.
tour. It's the rite of passage.
Yeah.
It's what happens. One day we will see Post Malone just like, wrinkled and tattooed to the even more to the
I was
max.
gonna say, he's already pretty
He's already
tattoos.
pretty tattooed, but he's just gonna be, saggy earlobes,
Yeah.
singing at the Grand Casino in Hinckley, Minnesota. And that's just what happens.
I'd go see him. I like Post. He's cool. I wish. Did you see that he was, like, guest starring on, the Country Music Awards?
Oh, I know. My mother was here stay with me, and she enjoys watching the ACM, CMAs, whatever.
Mhm.
When they have like 5,000 award shows.
Yeah, there's too many.
It,
I
and
get
I
bored.
had and I watched it with her, and they don't let any new people win.
Mm-mm. It's like
Do you
with all
know
of them.
like the Shabuzi? He sings like the that one song, he's like, my baby got a Birkin. You know that one?
Oh,
Okay. You know that
yeah,
song.
I know. I forget what it's called, but yeah.
I
Yeah.
forget now too. But whatever. Like a hot song, it was everywhere in the summer, right?
Mhm.
Everywhere. It still kind of is in
Is
the
it like
top
drinking
charts.
song? Like the
Yeah, I
drinking
think it's
song or
called like
something?
the bar song. I don't even know. Bar
One of
song.
those.
One of
Yeah.
those, whatever. It's country
Mhm.
music. It's all about drinking and bars and stuff. Any hoodles.
Yeah.
He didn't win anything. He didn't win top song, top single of the year. Some other like
Mm.
chick won that, like, I was like, okay, industry plant, she won. He didn't win anything. And then they're giving away awards to people that like retired.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I told my mom, I was like, didn't they retire, Mom? And she's like, no, they just retired from touring. They're like
Huh.
7 years old winning awards. And then I'm like, don't let the other people win.
Yeah. It's kind of like too, I don't remember what award show it was, but it was like Song of the Summer and like Taylor Swift won, but like I hadn't heard the song that she won it for, like except for like one time I Googled it. And then like you have Espresso or Please
That
Please
didn't
Please.
win?
No, it didn't. By Sabrina Carpenter, and I was blown away. Or like Hot to Go from Chapel Row, and I was like, any of those,
That
like either of
didn't
those.
win?
No, and I was like, you could have chosen like Espresso or Hot to Go or Pink Pony Club or something like that, and that would have been like, oh
Who's
yeah, that made sense.
voting?
I don't know. So yeah, they do a lot of weird stuff with award shows, and I just kind of don't watch them.
I don't want to
Yeah.
watch it either. It's like, why would I want to watch somebody that's like put out one new thing and like has claimed to retire and all this other
Mhm.
stuff, and gets to just like hobble on the stage and collect his like 3,000th award? It's like, let
Mm,
somebody else win. That's actually,
up and coming, like
yeah,
yeah, I know.
not fair.
No, next year, maybe.
No.
Should we get into the history of the Macy's
Oh
Thanksgiving
yeah,
parade? Forget we've been recording for like half an hour, and it's just been about movies and award shows.
yeah, it's just me complaining the whole time. And
Like,
Juliana Huff's like weird tantric crap.
I don't know if I'm gonna put that part in there because that's a little sus, but
It's a little sauce.
a little sus.
But now you know why she's no longer starring in Nicholas Sparks' movies.
Gotcha.
Flopping like a fish on a it was table.
Oh goodness. Oh man, she actually danced I think it was last episode. She like surprise danced like to a song. It was like a random TikTok song too. Like someone was like, I want a man in finance. 6'5", blue
Oh,
eyes.
those things?
That's what she
She
danced to.
danced to that?
Yeah. Yeah. You gotta Google it. It was pretty good. But
Yeah.
the song
No.
choice, I was like,
Nah.
eh.
Nah. Nah, girl.
It's
Nope.
anyway. Macy's Day Parade. Okay.
Macy's Day Parade.
Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Wait, Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Yeah. It's changed names a few times.
It has?
Yeah, we'll get into it. So for this episode, I have 2 different articles I'm going to be reading from. The first one is from history.com, and it is called The First Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. And then I also have from I Love New York, The History of Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
I hope one day it's like the crypto.com day, like Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Crypto.org.
Crypto.com Thanksgiving, like, oh, because that's what it is. Like the Staples Center in Los Angeles is now the Crypto Arena.
Is it really?
Crypto.com, yeah, it's Crypto.com Arena. It's been that for like a
know
couple
that.
years now. But yeah,
Oh,
it's
shit.
renamed. It's Crypto.
Weird.
So I hope it's something like that.
Might be. Place your bets now.
The Apple Music Thanksgiving Day Parade.
That, yeah. I think they've gone downhill though, haven't they? Like Apple Music, like the
I
music
have
part of
no
it.
idea. I don't even use it. I use YouTube and Spotify, and that's what I use for music.
Same. Yeah.
I know. I don't know. I think like iPhone people probably use Apple Music. I don't know.
Like I still have it, but I don't really use it because
You don't use it?
Spotify exists.
Yeah,
and I
because
have,
Spotify.
yeah, and it uses just a little bit of data, but not a lot.
Exactly.
Mm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right. So, as the United States prospered during the Roaring '20s, so did New York City's iconic department store, Macy's. After going public in 1922, R.H. Macy & Co. started to acquire competitors and open regional locations. Macy's flagship store in Manhattan's Herald Square did so well in business that it expanded in 1929 to cover an entire city block stretching from Broadway to 7th Avenue along 34th Street. So, to showcase the opening of the world's largest store, as it was called at the time, and its 1 million square feet of retail space at the start of the busy holiday shopping season, Macy's decided to throw a New York parade on Thanksgiving morning. In spite of its timing, the parade was not actually about Thanksgiving, but the next major holiday, which was Christmas. So Macy's hoped its Christmas parade would whet the appetites of consumers for a holiday shopping feast. Yeah, so it wasn't even like Thanksgiving at first. They're just like, it's on Thanksgiving.
It's marketing. It's
yeah.
Yes.
It's like, just forget about this holiday. Come shop here for Christmas.
Yep. It's
Yep. So the idea of a store-sponsored Thanksgiving parade did not originate with Macy's, however, but with Philadelphia's Gimbel Brothers department store, which first staged a Thanksgiving procession in 1920 with 50 people, 15 cars, and a fireman dressed as Santa Claus, who ushered in the Christmas shopping season. So like Macy's, J.L. Hudson's department store in Detroit also planned a similar event in 1924. In New York, however, the only Thanksgiving Day parade that had previously passed through the city's streets was its peculiar tradition of children painting their faces and donning tattered clothes to masquerade as ragamuffins, who asked, quote, "Anything for Thanksgiving?" end quote, as they went door to door asking for pennies, apples, and pieces of candy.
Ragamuffins.
Ragamuffins. It's basically like a second Halloween. Just going door to door asking for treats. So at 9 a.m. on the sunlit morning of November 27th, 1924, Macy's gave the children of New York a particularly special Thanksgiving treat as a police escort started the parade from intersection of the 145th Street Convent Avenue. The early morning start time of Macy's Christmas parade at this point overlapped with many church services, but it gave spectators plenty of time to make it to the afternoon's big football game between Syracuse and Columbia universities at the Polo Grounds. So yeah, you're like, well, if you miss the parade, the parade
Go
really
watch
you can still
football.
watch football. Yeah. So Macy's had promised parade goers a marathon of mirth on its full-page newspaper advertisements. While the parade route may not have extended over 26 miles, its 6-mile length certainly made it for a long hike for those marching from Harlem to Herald Square. The spectators, who stood 4 and 5 people deep, however, could watch it all in just a matter of minutes, since the modest street pageant stretched the length of only 2 city blocks. So it's a pretty short parade at this point.
2 city blocks.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty short.
That's really short, yeah. Depending how fast they were walking, it's probably done like in 5 minutes.
It's like you just get down there, like, it just started. It's like, it's fine, we have time. And then
Yeah.
it's been over for 20 minutes.
Yeah, you're like, "You missed it."
You missed it.
You blinked and you missed it.
You blinked and you missed it.
Okay. So, do you know who's playing this year for Thanksgiving for football?
It's always the Dallas Cowboys against somebody, and then it's always the Detroit Lions against somebody.
Okay.
So it's always those two for some
Huh.
reason. I don't know why.
Okay.
And I don't really care. But it's always
Okay.
they'll play, and it'll be on as background music as, people eat nuts and drink, and that's what they do.
Yeah. Didn't the Vikings play like last year or a couple years ago or something?
It's been like a few years. It's been like
Oh,
3
okay.
years, I think.
Oh wow.
So,
Okay.
yep.
Oh.
No Vikings this year.
Oh. Are you sad?
Am I sad? No, because it's a very intense religious experience to watch a Vikings game with me.
You get into it.
It's very intense.
Yeah. I
Like,
witnessed it a couple times.
It gets very intense. There's a lot of insults that get thrown.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just remember the couple times like you watched it in college and like you were all decked out in your Vikings gear.
Yep.
And you're yelling
Yes.
at your computer.
Yep.
It's great.
Very creative insults. Very creative.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yes, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm fine that they're not playing because it would be not well.
Could you imagine if like this is the first time like you had Thanksgiving at Mr. Kendra's family's house that the Vikings were playing?
I would just be like red in the face the whole time from
Is she
anger.
okay?
Like, no, her blood pressure has skyrocketed.
Oh goodness.
It doesn't go. Yeah, it doesn't bode well. Don't watch a game with me.
Oh man. Inca does though, right?
Inca does. Inca
Okay.
dresses up. She's decked out. She's in like a little dog bandana, like a Vikings custom dog bandana for the Vikings. And she lays there and sleeps most of the time. That's okay. That's all she needs to do. It's moral support.
Yes, she keeps you calmer.
Yeah. No.
Not really.
Today was the game, and it was okay until the last like 5 minutes of the game, and it went badly. They did win in overtime, but they fell apart. Anyways, they did something. They blew the lead, and I like to wear little like fur slippers, house slippers around the house. They're like they're like the patent leather. Like here, I have them on. I'll just put.
Ooh, fancy.
Describe. They're like a penny loafer, but it has fur.
Oh, cute. Okay.
What would you call it? It's just like a leather slide with like
lined with
fur.
Fake fur. Yeah, like faux fur.
Teddy bear, yeah, faux fur.
Yeah.
And I got mad at something, and I like kicked them off at the wall. Like I was jumping up and down like Rumpelstiltskin, and I just like just kicked them, and they just hit both of them. Just hit the wall, like boom, boom. So it's not. Yeah.
Oh goodness. Okay. You're just gonna have like two little shoe holes.
Shoe marks. Yeah. Little black marks on the wall.
It's like, what is that? Oh, don't worry. Kendra just got mad
was
at
watching sports. Yes.
Watching the Vikings.
She was watching the Vikings blow a lead.
Yeah. Alright. So, to match the nursery rhyme theme in Macy's Christmas window display in 1924, the floats featured Mother Goose favorites such as The Old Woman Who Lived in a Shoe, Little Miss Muffet, and Little Red Riding Hood.
Okay, what the heck is a Little Miss Muffet?
Miss Muffet
She's sat on the tuffet, eating a bowl of hay or something.
Eating her curds and whey.
What the heck?
Isn't it kind of like cottage cheese?
I don't know. I've never had cottage cheese. Do you know that?
Are you serious?
I've never had
delicious.
It. I didn't even know what it was. So I went to college and maybe it was Kathy.
That is right.
Maybe it was you. Was eating it, and I'm like, what is this weird, like white substance?
I forgot. It was in the dining hall.
What is this textured white thing?
I forgot about that. Yeah, and I was like, yeah, you put like onions and green peppers in it and little pepper. It's delicious. And you were so grossed out about it. I forgot about that.
I still haven't eaten it ever. They just don't. I don't think like Finnish Americans eat or have interest in eating such things.
Yeah, it can be in lasagna too. Like sometimes people put it in lasagna, like as part of the cheese.
No.
Yeah, like it. I'm pretty sure, like in
No, it's supposed to be ricotta. It's always
it
supposed to be
can't be.
ricotta. It's ricotta.
Yeah, there's ricotta, and then I think in like either the Stofers or like Marie Callender's or something, I've had one with like cottage cheese in it instead of ricotta. Blasphemous to Kendra, I apologize.
The Italian, like the little, like the teeny little whatever percent Italian I am from my nana. My
Yeah.
upper lip hair is just like twinging right now of what you said. Pudding.
Spider
It's
senses.
ricotta and you add like an egg. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's ricotta and you add the egg. It's
Mhm.
not the mysterious textured white substance that is cottage cheese.
I'm going to bring you some.
I
And
don't
we're gonna
want
have you try it.
any.
We're gonna have you try it. It's
I've made
delicious.
almost like how long without eating it? I don't want it.
Okay. You don't have to.
I try a little bit, but I'm
Okay.
scared if I liked it.
But you eat it. If you like it, you eat it.
Okay, here's the Little Miss Muffet because I didn't know. Here it is.
Okay.
Little Miss Muffet. She sat on her tuffet. I don't know what that is.
It's
A
like a
stool?
tufted stool, yeah. It's like
Okay.
a padded stool, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Eating her curds and whey.
Uh-huh.
Along came a spider who sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away. Okay.
She's just sitting there eating her cheese curds and her whey, and then
Isn't
giant
whey
spider.
like poisonous? Isn't whey like the stinky thing that you put in soap or something?
That's a lie.
Or is that a lie?
That's a lie.
Whey.
Yeah, whey is like what's left over when you make cheese curds. So like it's like the watery substance. Yeah.
She's eating like dirty milk, like cheese water? What?
Yeah. So according to Wikipedia, whey is the liquid remaining after milk has been curdled and strained. It is a byproduct of the manufacturing of cheese, and it has several like commercial properties. It has several commercial uses, it says. Yeah.
I'd throw up, I think, if I had to eat that.
I wonder if she ate it like a cereal.
I don't want to know. That spider should, yeah. Good for the spider for scaring her away. Eating that nasty.
Oh, I'm sure it's just like cottage cheese that she was eating. Because like that's literally what it is. It's like cottage cheese. Yum yum yum. Okay, back to his Okay. So Macy's employees dressed as clowns, cowboys, and sword-wielding knights, a menagerie of animals on loan from the Central Park Zoo, including bears. Yeah,
I don't like that.
Including bears, elephants, camels, and monkeys, offered a circus-like atmosphere as 4 bands provided the soundtrack to the festive march. Bringing up the rear of the parade was a float bearing the guest of honor, who was Santa Claus, sitting in his reindeer-driven sleigh on top of a mountain of ice. I don't know if it was real ice or just like fake ice.
Oh my god.
Could you imagine sitting just like up?
Just real ice.
You can't, yeah, get stuck to it.
Putting Santa on ice.
Oh.
Oh.
So by noontime, the parade finally arrived at its end in front of Macy's Herald Square store, where 10,000 people cheered Santa as he descended from his sleigh. After being crowned King of the Kitties, Kris Kringle.
No. Nope. That is, it is 2024. We do not do that anymore. That is a no. King of the Kitties ends up being Diddy. No.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So Kris Kringle scaled a ladder and sat on a gold throne mounted on top of the marquee above the store's new 34th Street entrance near 7th Avenue. With a bellow from his trumpet, Santa sounded the signal to unveil the fair frolics of Wondertown, the Christmas time window display designed by artist and puppeteer Tony Sarg.
Can you repeat that part? What is he supposed to announce?
The fair frolics of Wondertown. It's the window display. That's what it's called.
Can you imagine being like, okay, and then you get off of your whatever, and then in the microphone you're gonna say, and now
the fair frolics of Wondertown. I don't know.
It's a bit much.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
They had to come in on a block of ice, and then they sat him on a golden throne. They're like, "You are the king of kitties,
You're the
and
king of
now,
kitties. Now.
and now, announce the fair frolics of Wondertown."
Hide your wife. Hide your kids. Hide
Hide
your
your
husband.
kids, hide your wife.
Because they're coming.
The king of the
Kitties.
kitties is coming.
Coming to your town.
He sees you when you're sleeping.
That is so creepy. Is that not creepy?
I mean, in today's terms, yes, it is. It
He
sounds
knows
very
when
creepy.
you're awake.
Yeah, that.
It's just
Yeah,
that
that's a
song
little
is
weird.
creepy.
My goodness.
I love
Oh,
him and that he's the king of the kitties.
okay. I'm gonna go back into the red one real quick. I wish you were there for like the scene at the very end of the movie when Santa's delivering presents. He's zooming. He's like shrinks down to like half his height, zooms in and out of like air ducts, and they like forward speed it. So it's like 3 times the speed of him just
Okay.
crawling through air ducts.
Okay.
It's fantastic.
He's going through air ducts instead of chimneys.
Yeah, it's like both. Yeah,
Okay.
so that's how he gets inside if you don't have an actual chimney, like I did not have as a
Yes.
child.
Yes.
He shrinks down and gets in a different
He
way.
gets in there. Okay.
Yep. That's
What
my favorite.
happens if you have an electric fireplace?
They'll
And
go
it's
through
like-
the air ducts.
And it's like, okay, it comes to the air ducts. He won't come through there. Because like for my job, right? Like we do like those, it looks like
Mhm.
it's like a TV stand, right? And then we
Yeah.
plop, put like a little electric fireplace insert in there. And
Yeah.
then you'll have a fireplace. Will he come through there?
I don't think so. I think he's smart enough to go through an air duct.
Will my King of the Kitties come through my 96-inch TV stand with an electric fireplace insert?
I mean, I'm sure he would if you like give him a little runway, like enter here, enter please. And he breaks down your whole thing to get out. Get out.
Just coming through like
Ow! It's not even connected to the wall. It's like
no, it's not connected to the wall.
oh no, he wouldn't go through
Is
that.
he coming through there?
He's exiting there, I guess.
Oh, he's
Gonna try to.
He's magic. I don't know.
He's magic. I don't.
There's
He
speakers
probably,
on
like-
some of those ones. Speakers.
Is there really?
Yeah, they sound like they're awful. They sound like tin.
Oh, that's sad.
It sounds like this.
No.
The speakers sound like this.
Oh, I can't listen to that for more than like 20 minutes without getting like a headache.
I know.
Do they give off heat, or is it just like a picture?
It gives off heat.
Oh, okay. That's
It's
something.
actually kind of nice, and then there's some different like modes. So you'd be like, I'm sick of basic fire flames. I want like
Disco fire.
I want disco fire. I want fire flames from hell. I want some red ones. I want some purple ones.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun.
Yeah.
They're fun.
Get some sparklers in there.
Okay, then they'll sell the ones that don't look like they have like they're not the log inserts like the faux logs. You can get
Mhm.
ones that are just like diamonds.
Yeah, I've seen those too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the
Mhm.
diamonds are on fire. So that's
Mhm.
kind of fun. That's kind of fun.
Festive,
Festive.
bougie.
That's just been bougie. Diamonds
like
on
the
fire.
traditional-
That's how rich you are. You got diamonds on fire.
Heck yeah.
So stupid.
Okay. So back to the fair frolics of Wondertown. So as soon as the police lowered their crowd control lines, children rushed into the 75-foot long window to see the miniature Mother Goose marionette characters on moving belts frolicking in their own parade in front of the castle-like facade. So this was like a huge.
This is a big
Thing.
deal.
This is a big deal.
Okay.
So although the parade garnered only 2 sentences in the following day in the New York Herald, the same amount of ink given to the charity dinner and the screening of the 10 Commandments for the prisoners at Sing Sing Correctional Facility, it proved to be such a smash hit that Macy's announced it in a newspaper advertisement the following morning that it would stage the parade again the following Thanksgiving. In a quote, "We did not dare dream its success would be so great," end quote, stated the advertisement. So basically, like, they didn't write much about the parade itself. Like in the New York Herald, they just kind of like gave it a couple of sentences, like a little blurb, and then that was it.
Huh.
But then the next day, they're like, "We'll do it again. This was fun. This turned out really great." And then it's been a tradition ever since. Yeah. So Macy's Christmas parade quickly became a New York holiday tradition to the joy of nearly all except the zoo animals, who did not revel in the 6-mile journey and the marchers treading carefully in their wake. It's like someone had to go up and like clean up behind them.
But also, they had to walk 6 miles.
That's a long ways, but if they're not used to it, that's
And
a
they don't
long
even want
ways.
to do it. There's no way they
No.
wanted to do it. That's not fair to them.
Yeah. So the roars and growls from the tired animals frightened young spectators. So they were quickly replaced by less surly and more obedient character balloons, which quickly became the parade's signature attractions after the debut of the helium-filled Felix the Cat, designed by Sarge in 1927.
He did this, Felix the Cat?
Mm-hmm. Yep, so he
Cool.
did the window display and then some of the balloons.
Okay.
Now going over to the ilivenewyork.com. So the next year, Felix was filled with helium and simply released into the sky at the end of the parade. So that became a tradition. Where basically at the end of the parade, they would just let the balloons go. And this thankfully stopped in 1932. So since Felix, parade balloons have featured more than 100 of the world's most beloved animated characters. So the parade continued. What?
This is like at the end, they're like, "You're free.
Basically, that's what they did. They're just like to these like huge balloons. They're like, "Here you go, fly.
You're free, Felix. Fly.
Have fun. Go to the sky. Have
Go
fun."
to the sky."
So the parade continued to thrive through the 1930s with crowds of more than 1 million people gathered in the city. Mickey Mouse made his parade debut in 1934. So during World War II, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade was suspended due to the demand for rubber and helium. Balloons were deflated and donated to the government, providing 60 pounds of scrap rubber to aid in the war effort, which isn't a lot. Like, I thought it'd be more, to be honest with you. Because, like, those balloons are gigantic, but I guess they're also pretty thin to float.
Yeah.
But, I don't know.
Mm.
So in 1945, the parade resumed, and 2 years later, the film Miracle on 34th Street featured footage from the 1946 parade, made the Macy's parade a household name. The following year, the parade was broadcast on national television for the very first time. Macy's creative teams began building parade floats in 1968, and to this day, parade floats continued to be designed exclusively by Macy's employees. So floats stand up to 40 feet tall and 28 feet wide. Of all the famed balloons in the Macy's Day Parade, it's Snoopy who holds the record for the most balloons in history. 6 new balloons will make their parade debut in 2024, including Minnie Mouse, the Extraordinary Nora, and Elf on the Shelf, Gabby's Dollhouse, Goku, Paw Patrol's Marshall, and Spider-Man. And then the
Wait.
2020... What?
Wait, Paw Patrol's like main character's name is Marshall?
Yeah. I don't remember. Is that the police? Is it the police one or like the
don't know.
fireman?
I
think it's the
don't
police
know.
one.
I don't have children. I don't even
That's
know
fair.
any children that are like associated with Paw Patrol, or that like
Yeah.
they're too young to know what that is.
Yeah.
But
Well,
the
I mean,
main
like, I make
character's
cakes with
Marshall.
them.
Oh yes, you do.
Yeah, so I kind of know a little bit about like a lot of these kid shows because like I get cake orders and stuff, and
Right.
so it's kind of like I have to know. But
So one of them's name is Marshall.
I'm pretty sure it's the police dog.
Okay.
His name is Marshall, which would make
Okay.
sense. Like police marshal, that would make sense.
Oh, that's where they get it from. Duh. Okay.
I think that's where it is. Yeah,
All right. I was just thinking it was like
just a random name.
it's like a random name.
Yeah. So the 2024 parade lineup will be the largest yet, featuring more than 5,000 volunteers, 17 featured character balloons, 22 floats, 15 heritage and novelty balloons, hundreds of clowns, 11 marching bands, 10 performance groups, and music's biggest stars, all welcoming Santa Claus and the holidays.
Are you gonna watch?
Yeah, I'll watch it. I'll have it on in the background, kind of look back at it. Not you so much.
We'll see.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah.
Maybe I'll have to watch since Marshall's
Gotta watch
gonna
it for
be.
Marshall.
Gotta watch it for Marshall.
Gotta watch it.
Gotta watch it for Marshall. So maybe I will.
Okay.
That's all I could say about that.
Yeah. I think it'd be really cool to go like actually see it in person, but I can imagine like it'd be you have to get there super early.
A long day.
Yes. Yeah.
Where it depends.
That's the thing is like what do you do? Like you can't leave once you're there.
Nope, you can't leave.
Someone will take your spots. Like
You'll lose
you
your
have to-
spot.
Yeah. Or make friends with somebody who lives along that street with like in an apartment and they can watch it from your apartment. That would be
Yeah, you could do that.
That'd be so fun. Just have a friend that like lives on that street. Hey, can I come chill with you this morning? I'll bring you breakfast. I'll make you breakfast and we can watch this. Yeah, it'll be fun.
I was kind of bummed though when I was younger and I found out that they all lip sync. Like the
Oh,
float
yeah.
singers, they lip sync. It's not live.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think I was too, like, when I finally realized that.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense, because, like, otherwise, like, you could have issues with, like,
Right.
broadcasting it.
Right.
But yeah, it is sad, because they're, like, up there. Some of them you can't tell, but some of them you can really tell that they're lip singing.
Yeah.
But, I think that's part of the reason why I do enjoy the Broadway parts a little bit more too, is just, like, they have the dancing incorporated. It's not just some up on a float singing.
Okay. I can see that. Maybe I'll have to change my opinions on the Broadway thing.
Yeah, I wonder if they've said, like, who's dancing. Let me double check. But yeah, I think as far as, like, the college bands, I think that's, like, on a rotation. So, like, every college kind of gets, like, a
Their
certain.
time.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. That's kind of how my sister explained it to me, I think.
You probably have to be good though, right? Like you can't
Yeah, you
just
have to be, like, a
get,
certain level of
yeah.
college, I think,
You
yeah.
can't just let any old person go.
But yeah, no, my sister's friend, they practiced, like, a lot of marching practices and stuff just to get them ready, which makes sense. Okay, so the musicals that are going to be performed are Death Becomes Her, Hell's Kitchen, and The Outsiders.
They're just movies.
Yeah,
Hell's Kitchen, how is that
I don't know.
is that like Gordon Ramsay? Like
I don't know.
like
Let me
is there a song
Google.
about being an idiot sandwich?
I love that. It should be. But they have the Rockettes dance too. I love watching the Rockettes. They're fun.
Oh yeah, I forget about them.
I follow some of them on TikTok, and they're pretty fun. It's fun to see, like, the behind the scenes stuff for them. It's pretty cool. Hell's Kitchen is a Broadway musical about a 17-year-old girl named Allie who is searching for her place in the world. The musical is loosely based on Alicia Keys' experiences growing up in Manhattan in the 1990s. It tells the story of Allie, who lives in a cramped apartment off Times Square with her mother, who was determined to protect her from making the same mistakes she did. So it's not Gordon Ramsay. It's about Alicia Keys.
Okay.
So, with that name, though, I I wouldn't know.
Right.
So, yeah. Okay. But yeah, there's other ones. Let's see. They have Jimmy Fallon and the Roots, who I think is pretty common on there. Idina Menzel is
Oh,
there.
was she gonna sing the Wicked song?
Probably not.
Okay. She was sing the
T-Pain.
Frozen song?
I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. That'd probably make more sense. Either that or Wicked. I don't know. Those are two
Probably
big
Wicked
ones.
right now, because Wicked's in.
Yeah. The Temptations are supposed to be in the parade, so that'll be interesting.
Huh.
I didn't realize they were still
Alive.
performing.
Oh.
Yeah, that too.
That's what I meant. I was like, alive.
Let's see. Apparently, there's also supposed to be Charlie D'Amelio, because she's on Broadway now.
So is she just gonna be TikTok dancing or what?
She might just be on a float.
In the what? Just TikTok dance? Do the weird like?
I don't know. Because she's in what is it called? Like Juliet. It's like the jukebox musical of Romeo and Juliet.
Shut up! What?
Yeah, because there's one Romeo and Juliet that has Rachel Ziegler in it. That one looks really good. And then there's one that's like a jukebox musical, and that's starring Charlie D'Amelio.
And this is actually on Broadway?
Yes, ma'am.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, good for her, because like that's how many days a week do you have to do that?
I think it's like almost every day. I think you get like one day off or something,
And then
depending
is
on
it
your
like
contract.
is it 2 day? And then is it 2 performances on Saturday or Friday or something?
Something like
Two
that,
or
yeah.
something. Well, good for her if that's what she's. It's a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
So,
There's a
you know,
lot
she's
of
just
work.
gonna be doing TikTok dances that much. Good for her.
I guess she's actually classically trained in some dancing. I don't know what styles of dance, but
what does
she's
classically trained mean to this person?
It depends. I don't really know. I don't know. She was on Dancing with the Stars though a while ago.
Did you watch that one or?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
No, I did not. No. But yeah. So it'll be interesting. I am excited to watch it. It's always usually on in my house for like background entertainment. Yeah. I will send Kendra pictures of iconic moments.
Nope. Maybe I will watch the dog show that follows.
That's right. I forgot about
Maybe I'll
that.
watch that.
Yeah, I think
I might
you'd
watch
enjoy
the dog
that.
show. I think I would
Yeah.
enjoy the dog show, especially if there's some Pomeranian representation.
Yeah.
I would enjoy
Oh,
that
there
even more.
always is. Yeah.
Love the Poms.
Mhm. The fair frolics of Wondertown. All right, Wanderers. We hope you enjoyed this little chill Thanksgiving Day episode of the Foolish Wonders podcast. Hopefully, it gives you something to listen to if you need a break from your family or just from everyday life for a little bit. So yeah, if you have any suggestions for any future episodes, please feel free to email us at fwplisteners@gmail.com.
And as always, new episodes of the FWP are released to wherever you get your podcasts from, including this place that you are listening to right now.
Ooh. All right, Wanderers, thank you so much for listening. We are very, very thankful for all of you. So thank you so much for sticking with us and for listening to us for so many years. This is episode 133.
133.
It's pretty good.
It's
Almost
been
to
a
150.
ride. Almost 150.
Almost 150. We're almost.
We'll have to
I
get
think
like champagne or something for that,
we
or
do. Kathy will be back
Kathy
as
will
a
be back,
tradition.
as always.
Mm-hmm. We'll have to figure out what we're gonna do. It's gonna be a big one.
It'll be fun.
It'll be fun. All right, Wanderers, thank you so much for listening. We'll see you guys next time. Ray is taking a nap in her little squishmallow bed, and it is adorable.
Okay, it's like late at night. It's not
Mhm.
called a nap. It's called sleeping.